The twins were born with eyes just like his. Nkem couldn't deny it when she saw the boys for the first time, those sharp, hazel eyes that no one else in the village had. Everyone wondered where the children had gotten their fine features. Only Nkem knew the truth, and it weighed on her heart like a heavy stone. It all started a little over 2 years ago when Nkem began working as a cleaner in the house of Chief Adikono. The chief was a rich man in Lagos, with a big house, a beautiful wife, and businesses that stretched from Victoria Island to Ikeja. His wife, Funmi, was a fashion designer, always traveling, always busy, leaving Chief mostly alone in that big house. Nkem had left her village with dreams of making money to help her family. Life had been hard back home. Her parents were old, her siblings struggling, and marriage seemed far away. She was 32, unmarried, and childless, a problem that brought constant whispers from the women in the village. "Have you been cursed?" they would ask her with curious eyes, while others would offer useless advice. "Go to the river and wash your feet," an elderly woman once told her. But none of it worked. Nkem was still barren, and time was running out. Her job as a cleaner wasn't glamorous, but it was stable. Chief and his wife treated her well, paid her salary on time, and even gave her food to take home after work. But despite the kindness, there was always a hunger in Nkem's heart. She wanted a child, her own family. And it seemed like the gods had turned their backs on her. Then, one night, she saw something that would change everything. Chief Adikono had one habit Nkem never liked. He often brought women home whenever his wife was away. Nkem would pretend not to notice, minding her business as she cleaned the rooms. The house was big enough, and Chief was careful to make sure his affairs were discreet. But one evening, as she was tidying the master bedroom, she found it. There, in the bathroom trash, was the used condom. It wasn't the first time she had seen one, but this time, an idea formed in her mind, dark and strange. Her heart raced as she picked it up. Was this the answer she had been looking for? Could this be her chance? The thought seemed crazy at first. Unthinkable. But the more she pondered it, the more desperate she became. She had read stories in the newspapers about women who had done such things, using the contents of discarded condoms to get pregnant. It sounded ridiculous, but then again, was it more ridiculous than being 32, unmarried, and hopeless? Nkem knew it was wrong. She knew that taking something so personal, something meant to be discarded, was a violation of trust. But desperation makes people do strange things. She took the condom home, hiding it carefully in her bag, her heart pounding with every step. The next few days, Nkem read everything she could about artificial insemination. She found a local herbalist who mixed some strange concoctions, assuring her it would help the process. Every night, she prayed, begged the gods to understand her desperation, to forgive her sin. And then, she followed the instructions she had pieced together. Weeks passed, and Nkem waited, her mind restless with fear and excitement. And then one morning, the nausea started. She felt weak, dizzy, and the first flicker of hope sparked in her chest. She went to the clinic and confirmed it, she was pregnant. With twins. Her joy was unmatched, but it was shadowed by fear. What would she tell people? How would she explain? There was no man in her life, and soon enough, people would start asking questions. But Nkem didn't care. For the first time in her life, she was going to be a mother. The months rolled by, and the babies grew inside her. The day she gave birth, the whole village celebrated. Everyone was amazed at how healthy and beautiful the boys were. But when they looked into the twins' eyes, whispers began again. The boys looked nothing like Nkem, nor anyone in her family. Their skin was lighter, their hair softer, and their eyes, those hazel eyes, were unmistakably like Chief Adikono's. Soon, rumors began to spread, traveling like wildfire through the village. Some said Nkem had used charms, others speculated that she had gone to Lagos and found a rich lover. But no one could guess the truth. One day, about 6 months after the birth of the twins, Funmi, Chief Adikona's wife, visited the village. She had heard the rumors too, and curiosity had brought her to Nkem's doorstep. As Funmi stared at the twins, her eyes darkened. She knew. Nkem could see it in her face. Without saying a word, Funmi left. Nkem's heart sank, knowing her secret wouldn't stay hidden for long. The next week, Chief Adikona arrived. Nkem's hands trembled as she stood before him, clutching her sons. He didn't ask any questions, he didn't need to. The truth was staring at him, his own reflection in the faces of the boys. You think I wouldn't find out? Chief's voice was cold, filled with anger and disbelief. Do you know what you've done? Nkem fell to her knees, weeping. I'm sorry, she cried. I was desperate. I didn't mean to. I just wanted a child. Please, forgive me. But forgiveness was not what Chief Adikana had come for. He told her she could keep the children, he didn't want them. But he made it clear that Nkem would never speak of this to anyone. He would not let his name be dragged through the mud, nor would he allow his wife to be humiliated. In exchange for her silence, Chief sent her money, enough to take care of the boys and build a comfortable life in the village. But Nkem's heart was never at peace. Every time she looked at her sons, she saw the man she had betrayed. The twins grew up without knowing the full story of their birth. And though Nkem provided for them, there was always a shadow hanging over their home. A secret she would carry to her grave. In the end, Nkem had gotten what she wanted, a family of her own. But it had come at a cost she hadn't foreseen. The weight of her actions followed her like a ghost, a reminder that sometimes, the things we want most in life come at a price far greater than we can imagine.
Thank you so much for watching this very interesting and educative African folktale story. Please, in case you're coming across our video for the very first time, do not forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave your own comments. What do you think about this story? We would love to know in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Stay tuned to this channel. We have a lot coming your way. Thank you. Bye.